Taking things a little tentatively were father and son Paul and Matt Heel. Perhaps it was the route that they were unsure of, as they seemed to see us and then speed up a bit. Luckily, our cameras were on the right road.
All going well?
And regularity. Oh,
all right.
well, yeah, not too bad.
Don't sound too sure.
A bit confusing back there, but
Yeah.
apart from that,
Good.
Okay,
That's
lovely
right.
job. 6:39.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Able to make up the lost time, they only lose 1 second on the regularity. But for Marcus and Godfrey, now up to 3rd overall, it was a whole lot worse. The crews are looking for a left-hand fork in the road, and this is just about the correct distance. But what they don't know is that there's another fork just around the corner that is in fact the right one. Others to make the same mistake. Eventually they start turning back though. The Godfreys and in fact that regularity saw only 3 clean sheets. Not enjoying himself quite as much was Paul Hill, who'd had an unexpected shower.
Good morning. It's a bit damp.
Not what we're expecting then.
It's not what we were expecting here. No. Got in the car and it just poured down from inside the sunshine roof.
Oh.
So, should be a good day. See you later.
See you.
The Godfreys were back in form after their troubles. They dropped masses of time yesterday.
how are you finding this then?
It's pretty good, thanks. Yeah, really enjoying it. Yeah,
There you are.
I love the slippery rides.
Okay, thank you.
Next up are the 2 tests at Far Sure Inns and Heights and Senton, Carton, thankfully shortened to FSZ Carton. Mark Godfrey was very philosophical about their mistake.
We just had a little minor error that cost us probably about 4 minutes. So yeah, so simply done, unfortunately.
Yeah, simple little thing.
Yeah, indeed. I saw you on the bank looking at us and having a good laugh. So.
But we never laugh. Probably not just enough power, eh?
Could do with another 200 brake horsepower.
That's a bit excessive.
We have about 58.
About 50, yeah.
Roger and Maggie Byford in their MGB GT, and this lifted these 2 crews to 2nd overall. Another with a problem solved, Steve Morley Ham.
We had a little bit of a mishap because we had the spare wheel on the boot lid on the luggage rack, and on one of the regularities there was a bit of a bump, and I saw it in the mirror bouncing around down the road. So we've thrown away the luggage rack, The spare tyres in the boot where it should be, and the bags are behind the seats here, so we're all sorted.
We came around this corner and there was a guy in the middle of the road, lost control, and just went straight into us. So we stopped and took all his details and everything, and he accepted responsibility, which was nice. And then we got on our way. Dropped 15 minutes.
Was he Belgian?
He was Luxembourger. I don't know whether he'd been drinking, but he didn't smell very nice.
Pettit, who got run into by a drunken Luxembourger on day one. Well, they don't really mind if they hit the wall. That side of the car is damaged already.
Freddie and Janet Giles had won the Around the World race, but Navigation had been quite straightforward on that. This was to prove an altogether tougher proposition. Through all the cones, it didn't matter which order you did them in, but you still had to do it as quickly as possible. And Janet Giles directed Freddie to the fastest time of the day.
Beautiful. She's a very fine woman, just like my wife. Without women, we'd be nowhere, would we?
Ah, you were second over the bogey.
Second over? Faster?
No, below.
Below? Oh, well, that's good. Yes, it was a beautiful little test.
How are you doing overall?
We're 8th.
Well, that's very good, I think.
We're pleased with that. Well, yes, it can only get worse from here.
Long, tough day. The crews had plenty to chat about.
Well, I think we've blown our 4th place.
We've blown our gold.
Yes, we've blown our gold. We on the first regularity we got severely lost. Didn't find the first turning. And at one point we were 15 minutes late, and Janet tells me that we got in 1 minute early. I'm not sure how the car did it, and that's not confirmed yet. We may have been on time.
Anybody who watched Around the World in 80 days saw Chris Denham having an absolute nightmare to get out of Istanbul, and we were led to believe that it was going to be a nightmare this morning. But we're on the bridge within a minute of leaving the hotel, a couple of cars in front of us, no problems whatsoever with traffic. What a surprise, what a nice start to the day. Perhaps we've got time for a coffee. Oh yes. And so, this is Asia. The first regularity started by Saladin's Castle, and this extraordinary needle of rock was actually cut by man to form the support for the drawbridge. After the desert, we found our way into Damascus.
Regularity was a bit bloody tough. But people, I mean, fair enough, they want to win. It's only a game. But in actual fact, people were going like buggery after the event. In actual fact, one car has hold his sump after the event. And I can't see the point. It's a game.
You don't think that's very clever then?
No, I do not think it's very clever. I mean, it could happen to anybody in the event, but not afterwards. You've just got to be a bit steady.
How surreal. Pyramids, which is a welcoming and fantastic sight.